All right, happy Friday, everybody. So today should be simple. We're going to do multiply and divide integers. So remember, integers just means positive and negative numbers. So usually people have a easier time with these ones. So again, some of you would like to kind of know, like have like a rules like thing. So here are the rules. If both numbers are positive, the answer is positive. One of each, one positive, one negative. Our answer is negative. Doesn't matter which one's bigger or which one's smaller. That's the one mistake that I see make. Well, what if the negative was the bigger number? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter bigger or smaller where the sign is. Okay? And both numbers negative, the answer is positive. I'm going to talk about that one in just a second. The problems are really simple. You're just going to multiply or divide the numbers like normal. Doesn't matter if they're positive or negative or one of each. You just multiply or divide the numbers, and then you'll deal with the sign based on what we just did right here with the rules. Okay? I think it's important that you not just kind of blindly like, oh, I memorized a rule, but you understand like how it works. So this will be way back to like elementary school, but that's okay. It's a helpful reminder. Both positive. If we did 3 times 5, well, you could think, why is the answer like positive? Other than someone told me. So remember that multiplication is just repeated addition. So it's really like saying I have 5 3s. So why is it positive? Well, when I add all those things together, it's positive. Okay. So do you need to write out 3 plus 3 plus 3 when you're doing the problems? No. Okay. One of each. So one positive, one negative. So what if I had negative 3 times 5? Why is that answer negative? The bigger number is positive. Remember, that doesn't matter. So if I had negative 3 and negative 3 and negative 3 and negative 3, like 5 times, right? So, you know what? I'm going to write that a little different. Let me erase that. So if I did negative 3 plus negative 3 plus negative 3, like until I'm all the way done. So 5 times. Okay, so we did the adding and subtracting stuff, and yeah, we talked about changing like these like signs to like adding something that's negative, like that's bad, so that would be a subtraction sign. But if you work that all the way out, you would get negative 15. It's like basically kind of what it's saying, like, well, I have 3 negative things, and then I have 3 more negative things, so I have 6 altogether now, but they're negative things. Then 3 more would be 9 negative things, and 3 more would be 12 negative things, and 3 more would be 15 negative things. So why is one of each like that? Because it's just repeated addition. So I could have, like, well, what if I had 3 times negative 5? And you know what? I should probably write the multiplication symbol as a dot, because that's really what we do now. So, well, this just means -5 plus -5 plus -5. So I have -5 things, and I have -5 more things, and I have -10, and -5 more things, and I have -15. So it doesn't matter which one is positive and which one is negative, you're going to get a negative answer. Okay? And those, I think, kind of make sense just in general. But the last one is the one that if I asked you to explain, it'd be more difficult. Okay, so both negative. So if I did, using the same numbers, but -5 times -3 times -5, well, I can't do -3 -5 times. Like I'm writing it out. Like that's, how do you write something a negative amount of times? So how does that work? That will end up with a positive 15. So we actually go to English to help us with that. And so if somebody, I'll get back around to this. If somebody said pizza is the best food, and they just made that statement, and then I said I don't disagree with that. It's kind of a weird way of maybe saying it, but I've heard people like talk like this before. I don't disagree with that. What did I really say? If I don't disagree, doesn't that mean I agree with that? I don't disagree. Well, then I'd have to agree. Well, don't is a negative word. Anything with like dis in front of it is a negative, and the two negatives make the positive. So it's kind of a weird way to think about it, but it does work out that way. So again, I just want you to understand how math works. I think if we understand how the math works, we'll be better at it. So I know that some of you just struggle with math, and maybe not with this, but I think the more we can understand how it works, the better off we will be. Okay? So assignments, the worksheet that's on the assignment, you don't have to print it. If you want to, you can. And you can do the work on the worksheet, or you can just do the work on a separate sheet of paper, write the problem down, and then there's really not a ton of work to show on the multiplying and dividing stuff, so you could just write the answer and that's fine. It is kind of a lot of problems, but they go really fast, and so I want you to get like a lot of practice so that we get better at it more quickly. Okay? So rewatch the video if you need to. Otherwise, do the assignment, upload it, and have a great weekend.